of the project, the last massive upload of the data. You can see the timetable. It's very, very stricted. I think that the most reason for the success of this project was a deep understanding of the customer and that we are limited and we need to be close as much as it's possible to the out-of-the-box product, and we just don't have these resources to reconfigure and develop all over again and to perform a different kind of verification and testing like it has been done for every product of DS in the laboratories. And we stay close to the vanilla product, and actually, I think it's one of the main reasons of this success. The team, the IDE team was very, very professional. Roman and his manager are actually very professional and technical people that understood exactly what should be done. Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Ira. And we continue. Okay, let's drill down into a scope of implementation solutions, such as CAD management, BOM management, engineering document management, and release and change management. What did we expect from PLM ENOVIA regarding our CAD management? First of all, a good understanding of our CAD assembly structure as it created in original applications. A linking between inventor models and their drawings. A linking between drawings and their database in the Bentley Autoplant and the AutoCAD P&ID applications. Stabilizing working processes with our CAD systems. Of course, automatic BOM creation from an inventor assembly structure that already exists in original application. Attribute mapping between CAD file properties and ENOVIA metadata. Quick search, reuse possibility, and convenient working procedures, and finally revision and version management for our CAD objects. What did we get really? Good management capabilities for inventor and AutoCAD structures. Multi-drawing links to model and multi-model link to drawings in inventor. Of course, automatic BOM creation from assembly structure of inventor as it by the rules we defined previously. Bidirectional attribute mapping between CAD file properties and ENOVIA metadata. Quick search using different attributes. Based on all the previous advantages, good reuse possibility. Good revision and version management, and finally capability for attachment PDF files, our final drawings in PDF files, to their CAD objects. So far, so good. But during the implementation, we were faced with several obstacles. First of them, that CAD integration require absolutely uniqueness of file names, absolutely uniqueness of their location of files with the same name that participate in one assembly, and several characters is impossible to use into PLM ENOVIA. How did we solve this problem? We used the Autodesk Vault basic application that we have in our company with the small additional application for massive renaming process and for massive replacing of bad characters. Previously, we used a lot inventor models with configurations. We saw that using these models in ENOVIA not so convenient, so we limited usage of this type of models and used the Autodesk Vault for conversion model with configuration to regular inventor models. And in parallel, we expanded our usage for customized content center, so standard part library of Inventor. Inventor has different advanced BOM features we used previously. There is no link between ENOVIA and BOM of Inventor, so there is a link just to structure of files as it connected. So we limited also usage of some types of these features, and for several of them found workarounds. We tried to save connection between drawings of Bentley Autoplant and AutoCAD PNID to their database, but we didn't found any PLM application that possible to do it. So we decided to continue working at the same process, so our files saved on the network folders connected to their database, and ENOVIA just keep last updated copy of original drawings. Okay, we go to our BOM management. Before we started the implementation of our BOM management, we reviewed all our document workflow in the company. Based on this workflow, we created all types of parts with their attributes and specification. You can see the scheme on your right-hand side. Try to combine different type of parts into one, and finally we reduced the quantity of part types to 5. Today our BOMs is looked, as you can see on your left-hand side. It stopped with the project part. Project part is divided into areas. There are several document parts as the node for mandatory documents for the project. Every area is divided into layouts with several doc parts for mandatory documents for area. That's our generic BOM, which is created in beginning of every project. Then our engineers create their design, put it into ENOVIA, create BOMs based on this design, and connect their BOMs to appropriate layouts. And finally, in the end of project, we have the whole tree of our project. As I said previously, we created the scheme of our document workflow on your right-hand side, and decided what kind of documents we are going to manage in our system and how we'll connect there to the appropriate parts. Release and change management. We reviewed all our processes for every type of document in every department and created this type of scheme for every process. Based on this scheme, finally we created a reviewer, approver, and distribution list for ENOVIA. Okay, at this point I would like to share several of our future plans. We are going to create a multi-site environment that's appropriate scheme of, for example, our ID subsidiaries to our network. In addition, we are going to create a document control system based on ENOVIA and connect our suppliers, manufacturers, and subcontractors as well. And finally, we are going to create a classification library for our standard and typical documents and models. Every document and model will be reviewed, sorted, and connected to the appropriate nodes in the tree. At this point, I would like to give you several recommendations who is going to implement this application. We reviewed all our process and created this tree of recommendations. Let's drill down a bit. I suggest to use small forum for decision. Bring for the big forum just the issue and several ready proposals. It will be the discussion will be much shorter. Think proper about standardization and classification before starting implementation, because that's the independent project that require time and budget. Create implementation plan and timeline, and try to follow this implementation plan as strict as possible. I would suggest you to separate implementation of basic PLM platform and CAD integration, because preparation of CAD integration require a lot of time, a lot of resources, and during this preparation you can miss something important for base platform. Perform good marketing into the company for your end user and top management, because your end user will see their benefit maybe half a year or even more after starting working with this system. First of all, what they get, it's overload with their additional functionality. Perform good trainings. I would suggest to divide your trainings for modules, divide your users per groups, and assign one or several modules to every group. Create written procedures as close as possible to your real project, not to theoretical project, actually real project. Finally, I have a strict recommendation for the quantity of support person, and I will be pleased to share it after my presentation. In addition, the recommendation for administrator of PLM to play as much as possible with the system on test environment, to find all drawbacks, most drawbacks and most bugs before go live. Several recommendations for the stage after go live. Continually update your top management about all advantages in the project, because your middle level management get their benefits maybe month or two after starting working with the system, so the top management have to know about all your advantages. Continue encouraging and motivating your user. I suggest to create some small database where your user will be able to put their feedbacks and comments, and maybe to establish some awards, coupons, prices, whatever, just to motivate them to participate in this feedback process. That's important. Spread your on-site support as equally as possible between your users. Continue trainings, maybe 1 or 2 hours training for every group of user by a week. For users who have a specific problem, organize personal training for them. Continue correction of your procedures, because you cannot know at the starting of the process how it will be then. Continue improvement of your report system. Add necessary reports based on user feedback and management requirements. And finally, find the balance between perfection and time and budget. Try to implement your system as close as possible to out-of-the-box functionality. Weigh your every developments, or what you are going to add to your system, because every 2 or 3 years you have to upgrade your system, and every additional development make this work much harder. As you saw, we get through a very challenging process, and all our recommendation I would like to share with you maybe after my presentation. Thank you for listening.